I'm Shawna Lee. This is Infinity Readings, and this is the reading for Cancer, Spirituality. The first card that we have for you from the Gaia deck is, look at that, Queen of Water. This is your element. 13. I feel in the past, because this is a past energy card, and by the past, be within the last 2 months here, over the Christmas season, we may have been highly in our heart energy, maybe oozing out, love and compassion to others in this field. Yeah, now we have the Cancer crab right there in the middle. So I feel like we're very much, we are who we are of heart, and we're going outward in this, and this is where we sat. Okay. As we move into the present energy here, where do we sit right here now? We get Heaven and Earth card. Usually that's here to symbolize that the heaven is having effect on your earthly plane. Interestingly, for a water sign, I feel like there's a disconnect here. Give me moments. We may be caught up in the mundane on the earth plane, okay? I feel we are of heart and whatnot, but I feel like we're kind of dragged down in the minutia of life. Not able to see clearly, though, at this time. I feel like the energies are trying to connect to you. Now, as we move to the future, where do we end up here? The 10 of Air, and this one always speaks to me about either someone like in prayer or wanting to connect with the energies, like either asking for help or vision, or simply looking to the above in order to seek for more. So I do feel this heaven and earth energy that wants to connect, this heaven energy that wants to connect with you on the earth. I feel like we turn our attention in this direction. So this is good. So we succumb to the positive side here of inflow. So let's go on top of the Queen of Water here. We have the pulp cards. They can be quite blunt. What do we get in the past on top of that? Self energy, the Chariot. That speaks to fast movement. Here the car is stationary, but I feel like we have places to go and people to see. We may even be pulled in different directions, and that's the sense I get. I feel it is in our nature to feel on an emotional, compassionate way, but I feel like on the earth plane, this to the Cancer doesn't translate so well. I feel like we can't use our heart. It is too vulnerable. This kind of thing is very common in this day and age, but it is something we need to overcome. So again, this is in the past. So where do we end up in the present with the Heaven and Earth card? What does the pulp have to say about that? The Moon, yeah. These are where the illusions sit, because we know we should use our heart and compassion. We know, but the sense that I'm getting from the Cancer, it don't translate well. When I come from my heart, either I get abused for it or I get misjudged by it. People take advantage here, this kind of stuff. There are things here that we do not see because we are not taking action in the way of compassion whenever we can. I feel like we only do it when we feel safe. That safety needs to be expanded. And there's things here we don't see and we can't tell kind of thing. I get from the Cancer, if they do this, or maybe they have done this and have gotten results they didn't predict, therefore it keeps them from going forward in this compassionate energy. And I feel the universe as well is hiding some surprises here if we decide to go outward in our compassion. It's very much someone struggling with the softer side of themselves. It's really what I get. And there are illusions that we think may happen that may not be. And there's also things that are hidden from us. And I feel them as gifts that the universe will bestow upon you if you invest. But I don't know how this Cancer is going to deal with that, because I feel a great trepidation here of wanting to invest in the compassionate side, because when we do this, we've seen in the past bad results. And in the past, we've actually busied ourselves up so much that we don't need to go in this way kind of thing. It's like we're hiding in our speed of the past, if that makes sense. So as you go forward here, again, the 10 of air is looking forward to that higher power, seeking new experiences, new knowledge. This kind of stuff is what I get here. On top of that, the pulp card is the death card. 13, it has to do with an end of a certain way of being. Now, I feel it's more than just our spirituality. I feel like something in our life is going to come to an end here. Now, give me a moment. I feel like in the past we may have busied ourselves up to get away from looking at this. I feel in our present we're still in denial of any energy coming about in this way. But in the future, it is going to release from us no less. So I don't know if we're prepared for this or if we're in denial of this. We might be in denial. I think in the past we were in denial, or at least running from this energy and trying not to deal with it at all. Good or bad, we just didn't want to. And I think we have the tools to deal with things at the present, but we have a belief system that keeps us from, how do you say, keeps us from gaining the answers, but we're doomed to get the answers no less. Wow, they're blocking a lot of stuff here. So we'll go a line further here with Metatron. Cards on the Chariot. Again, in the past, I feel like we were running rampant in our life to hide something coming to bear here. What do we get on top of that? The icosahedron, transformation, water, and dealing with 20s as a number. There's a transformation that wanted to come upon you universally. I feel like whether we're aware of that transformation or not, we were doing everything we could to escape it subconsciously. I feel like it's a more subtler energy. It's like we know we have to pay the piper here, but we're running away from it. This is what I get in the past. Now, in the present, again, we're still in denial of some things here. And our inability to look at it is going to unprepare us for the future where it is taken away or removed, or again, for the highest good. This is what, now the moon on top of that energy, what do we get? The ether, beyond matter, Akashic records. Okay. This may be written in your path, and that may be why on a subconscious level they're exposing that something's going to happen here, because we know something's going to happen. But we are not ready to mentally deal with it, emotionally deal with it, physically deal with it. In fact, we busied ourselves up so much in the past that we almost got away from seeing it at all. But the thing is, the universe is bringing it closer and closer to you at this time, because it is part of your blueprint to go through this process. It is beyond matter, meaning no matter what you do in the physical or the emotional or the spiritual, this will come to pass. And I feel like intuitively we know what this is. Okay. And I don't know if it's karmic. I don't feel it's karmic, but Akashic, yes, it's written. So I don't think it's a result of energy that we have to balance out. It's just something that's written that we almost know is going to be there, but we're avoiding it. Anyway, on the 10, as we move into the future here, again, we're going to be looking to a higher power, a higher source, looking for answers. The death card comes. That's that transformation that I think was in our past that we try to avoid. It's in our present that we're trying to deny. It is in our future. And what's going to happen here? We have the caduceus. Expanding knowledge, sexual vitality. Maybe somebody we're sexually intimate with may have to do with our sexual intimacy areas, that which is created in this way. There's going to be a great change in this area, no less, either because of a person or because of a way that we dealt with this particular area. Now, again, the expanding knowledge is coming on top of that 10 of air. And that's greatly what I get here, is we need to learn more about this area. And it may even be about the sexual self. But there will be something here that will come to an end. And the sense they're giving me is that is for our highest good, though we may not be seeing it as such when it happens. We may have something separated from us in order for us to go forward completely free and clear. So, in other words, I'm getting a sense here we're connected to something that is really pulling us down. And we're asking for answers, but it's like we don't want to let go of this one thing that is actually in charge of our confusion here. Yeah, and it's part of our path to lose this out of our lives. So whichever way that sits, I feel a need not to narrow it down too specifically, because we may have some cancers in different, it could be a job, it could be a partner we don't want to release from, it could be anything. But it does have, for some people, to do with sexual vitality and that attraction. These snakes crawling in, it's like soulmate, like a high attractive energy. Okay, so those two snakes intertwining, there's healing here, sexual energy healing that needs to be done. It may be a sexual partner that we have a great craving for, but is not for our highest good, that is going to be released from us, whether we like it or not. That really is what I get highly here. Now, the fortune card, Cancer. For your new year. Dragonfly, have confidence during a time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. I don't feel that this person will be in enjoyment, but they will be released to a higher power of joy and happiness and bliss in ways. I feel they were attached to something that kept them isolated. And this ending is coming quick in the future here. So that'd be up to 3 months. And I think that's when they will have to have confidence to renew and connect to spirit on a higher plane. I feel like they will be looking up, and there's bookends here, so it's like you're surrounded by healing material here. But again, I don't think the Cancer's seeing it in the proper manner. It's going to be something they have to release, but in their soul, they're going to know it's the right thing to do. But they're on the physical and the emotional, they're going to have a hard time dealing. Phew, okay. You're getting intense, these water signs. Cancer, that is your reading for January of 2026. Take care, have fun, and be kind, and we will talk to you soon.